Hi guys, so Boris Johnson attacked both the opposition for doing their job, and he also attacked the SNP over the idea of having a border between England and Scotland because of coronavirus. So let's hear what they had to say.
Into work and getting the virus defeated and under control. And the best thing actually that the opposition could do is stop equivocating and doing one thing one week and one thing another week this week, and decide that they emphatically support ending the lockdown. They emphatically support kids being back in school rather than being bossed around by the unions. Mr. Speaker, we are the builders, they're the blockers, we're the doers, they're the ditherers. We're going to get on with it and take this country forward.
Why does Boris Johnson act like he's a member of the opposition? He's the Prime Minister. Why is he attacking the opposition all the time? Their job is to hold him to account. And instead of allowing himself to be held to account, he just responds by saying, you're blocking me, you're attempting to block me, you're dithering, their job is to hold you to account. They're not part of your coalition. You have a majority in Parliament. They can't block you. This is just, once again, an attempt to play to the crowd, to play to his supporters. Yes, the Labour Party are attempting to block me. They're not allowing me to do what I want. You are the Prime Minister. You have a majority. You can do what you want. They can't block you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Does my right honourable friend not share my anger and the frustration of the Scottish tourist sector just as it's getting back on its feet, that it's having the legs pulled out from under it by deeply irresponsible, damaging and divisive talk of arbitrary border closures and quarantining of visitors from across the rest of the United Kingdom? Prime Minister.
Well, Mr. Speaker, I must say I find the suggestion absolutely astonishing and shameful. There will be no such discussions with the Scottish administration about that. But I would point out to my honourable friend what he knows very well. There is no such thing as a border between England and Scotland.
So first of all, they're not arbitrary border checks or border controls that would be going in place. The UK has had an outbreak. England, I should say, England had an outbreak. And Scotland doesn't have any cases at the moment, or doesn't have any deaths at least. So they are concerned that people from England will bring the virus into Scotland. Should they not be concerned? Now, you can have a debate whether they should have a border in place to stop people from travelling into Scotland from England. But should they not at least be concerned? So these border checks would not be arbitrary. There's a reasoning behind them. England is having a spike. It had an outbreak in Leicester. Leicester is under lockdown. So it means that there is an increase in the number of cases. There is a crisis situation. And Scotland wants to protect itself. It wants to protect its citizens. And it is interesting, Boris Johnson saying there is no border. This whole thing of borders is not really Boris Johnson's cup of tea. He was telling the people in Northern Ireland there will be no border in the Irish Sea, and there will be a border in the Irish Sea. Telling Scotland this won't be. We won't negotiate this. We won't even bring up this issue. We won't even talk about this issue with the Scottish administration. Why not? Do they not have the right to be concerned, like, as I said before, about the lives of their citizens? If there's an outbreak in England, I think it would be prudent to have some type of controls between Scotland and England, so that Scotland can protect itself from another outbreak. Let me know in the comments, guys, what you think. As always, your comments are greatly appreciated. Thanks a lot. Why not become a Patreon and enjoy access to our Discord server where we share news, chat, and have some fun. If you become a patron, you can also make video suggestions on topics that are important to you. Check it out via the link in the description.